Hey everyone, just wanted to throw out this spoiler-free review of Suicide Squad, which I was lucky enough to see tonight at the world premiere in New York City at the Beacon Theater. This right here is my lovely ticket stub. So, first off, I want to thank Midtown Comics, who were the ones that gave out the tweet that I was lucky enough to catch that got me these 2 passes tonight. So first off, I want to say thank you very much to Midtown Comics. Now, on to my review. Now, anybody going into this thinking, yeah, I saw Batman vs. Superman, and man, that was kind of dreary, kind of not what I expected. Not gonna get that from this movie. First off, it's a fun movie straight from the beginning. When you're getting introductions to each character, their crimes, their list of misdemeanors and all that stuff, it's just a nice little fun montage that you're going to go through. And one of the things that make that fun is the soundtrack. The soundtrack, along with the instrumental stuff that's been coming out, is fantastic, but they throw in a rock soundtrack throughout the whole flick, and you've got everything from Creedence Clearwater Revival, you got of course Queen, as you've seen in the trailers, but you know, off the top of my head I can't even rattle off anymore. I just remember every scene going into it was just like, I love this soundtrack, it is fucking great. So that made it more enjoyable for myself, but overall the whole tone is completely different. You got your action, you got your serious storylines going, but the character relationships, the jokes that weren't that many in Batman vs. Superman are sprinkled in throughout the flick, and it might seem a little too much at times, but they're very quick not to let it drag out, and they'll bring it right back to the serious tone where you'll get right back into action mode, you get right back into Joker mode, and of course Jared Leto. Everyone was talking Jared Leto as soon as they saw the Joker's back, and after Heath Ledger's great performance, you know, that's what everybody was aiming for. And as far as the Joker goes in this movie, is it better than Heath Ledger's? No, because that was a completely different take on it that Heath Ledger brought to the role, as Jared Leto brings into this role. It's a completely different Joker, completely different mentality. Is he still messed up? Is he still wearing makeup? Is he still just a suicidal prankster that can flip his switch in an instant? Yeah. And all those Joker elements are there, and they're fantastic. The way that Leto portrays them, and you get wrapped up into wanting to see more of it, and that's what I think was smart. As far as how much Joker you get in this movie, you get enough to just whet the palate and like, where's more? I want more. I want to see this again. So I think that was great, and that they didn't overdo it with him. And the film definitely centers around Will Smith's Deadshot and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, which I guess, you know, it should. You know, they're the top names in the marquee. They're the ones that are making big money on this, and they're the ones that people are going to cheer for during the movie. And, you know, Will Smith knocked it out of the park, I thought, as Deadshot. He hits the tones of the character to a T, to going back to thinking about his daughter, to realizing that, you know, he's a killer. He's got to do what he's got to do, and it's his job, and that's what he does. So I thought in a character aspect, he brought it all. He brought badass, he brought sympathy, and you felt for him. And what I like about the movie as well, it's an ensemble cast, and you might think you got so many new guys you got to introduce, you know, it might get meddled, you might not get all of them. They're good enough to sprinkle each character and have their own moment, so that you feel that by the end of the movie you get to know each one of them, and they're not just some flash in the pan. Viola Davis is a bad mother trucker. Oh my god. I've never seen her show How to Get Away with Murder, and I hear it's fantastic. but she is a stone cold killer. And that, if anyone knows the Amanda Waller character, that's exactly what that character is. And you know, you don't want to cross her path, you don't want to get on her bad side, and you get that from the second you see her on that screen. It just oozes off the screen, it bleeds on the screen that you don't want to cross this chick, you don't want to step on her bad side, you don't want to even cross her hairs the wrong way. So there's definitely that. And like I said, Margot Robbie, for the first portrayal of Harley Quinn on the big screen, it is fantastic. As a fan of the 1990s animated series, when you first were introduced to Harley Quinn, she's got the mannerisms, she's got that Brooklyn-ish accent, and you know, the look might be different. Some fans are complaining, oh, it's not like the traditional cartoon, it doesn't look like her, they're just sexualizing her, blah blah blah. They play off of that with the character because she knows she's sexualizing. There's scenes of that, obviously, but they're good enough to play on it that she's smart enough to know that she knows what she's doing, and it's all a ploy just to get what she wants. And fans of the original animated series and the graphic novels and the comic books, you know, there is a throwback. I will throw that at you for people wanting to see the old Jester outfit. There is a throw out for that, so keep it's not subtle, it's right out there, so you'll put a smile on your face, no pun intended. And overall, this was just a fun movie, and it pushes forward the DC universe. It sets up for your Justice League. It sets up, I thought, you know, it wasn't too much where it's like, wow, they're overdoing the Justice League. They did enough to get you interested to know that this is going to lead towards that, and everything's now getting connected. The pieces were kind of scattered and muffled around, and now that we're getting more movies closer together, the story overall is coming together, and that's what I'm interested in, especially with the tone so different from Batman versus Superman. I'm interested in what's going to come next in the DC universe, and I want to see the tone they take on that. And like the director said at the premiere tonight when he introduced the movie and the cast, is that they came to him and they said, make the movie you want to make. And I think that was a great idea. They gave him enough freedom to do what he wanted to do, and he did that. And I think fans are going to like it. They're going to want more of it. I certainly want to see more of it. And I want to see the next Justice League. I want to see the next Batman. And I want to see if the Joker pops up more. I want to see if they're going to bleed Harley Quinn into the other movies, or even Deadshot or Killer Croc. And I'm very looking forward to the DC universe, and it's a great time for comic book fans. It's a great time for movie fans. Big budget summer action flicks, and not only that, you got Doctor Strange coming at the end of the year. You got a new Batman led by Ben Affleck, who I think no one's going to argue that he isn't a great director, and he brought Batman. You want to talk about Christian Bale? Ben Affleck brought Batman, and I don't know what else to say, and I can't wait to see that. So like I said, this was my spoiler-free review. I just had to get it out there since I went to the premiere tonight, and I might drop a spoiler-filled one tomorrow. So my name is Andrew. I'm from Queens. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.